What's up, guys? Today we have Nick Fuentes debating Tommy G about immigration in the United States.
They're tapping into the exit signs to get their electric in their apartment, literally siphoning electricity from the emergency systems. And that's the kind of environment the cops are going into. You gotta rescue the kids from the situation. So, people say law enforcement has a responsibility. Who are the people that are bringing children into the country illegally and putting them in a place like that? I think that
for sure it's a yin and yang. I'm not trying to make it like, oh, ICE is bad, these people are totally innocent. And I don't know enough. I don't know enough about who they're targeting. Because to me, if they're targeting an illegal immigrant that has a violent track record of crimes, yeah, I'm okay with getting him. But, I saw, it was maybe in Miami, it was a guy that had been, I think, a plumber for the last 10 or 15 years, supporting his family, has a work van in the front. I'm not that interested in having him be rounded up and raided, particularly when you look at the job deficit with manufacturing and building. We need all the good guys we can get. I agree that they should try and come here legally. That would be the best case scenario. But as far as where I want my federal resources going, I'm not that worried about a guy that's showing up to work 5 or 6 days a week, fixing people's toilets, building people's homes. I don't know if that's a guy that we should be targeting.
I think they all got to go back, and I don't think that them being here for a long time undoes what they did, which is they came here illegally. And a lot of these illegal immigrants, people tell the story about, and I get it, because I know I'm in Chicago. There's a lot of illegal immigrants that work in the trades, that work in all these different industries. I get it. That being said, many of these people come here with the intention of sending remittances back home. So they come and work for money, and then they take the money out of the economy and send it back to their people in Mexico. Another thing, they come here and they work very hard, it's true, but many of them are on subsidized housing, subsidized food. They have a SNAP card. They send their kids to public school, paid for by the...
Can you get that without a Social Security, or they use a fake Social Security?
A lot of it's local. A lot of the welfare is local. And it's even forget about some of the other benefits. I do believe you could get SNAP without Social Security card. I do believe you get some of these other benefits. Even that notwithstanding, they don't have health insurance. When they need to go to the doctor, they go to the emergency room and they get it for free. When they send their kids to school, they send them to free public school. That costs the taxpayer a lot of money. And so it's easy to say, well, they're here, they're doing the landscaping and they're the plumbers and things like that. On net, over the long term, it costs the taxpayer a lot of money for these people to live here, for them to live here and get all the benefits of citizenship in our country without having had to immigrate here with no permission, and they're not really contributing actually on net that much to the economy.
So your argument would be they're a net negative to society?
Fiscally.
From a financial standpoint?
From a fiscal point of view, yes.
And do you know if that's for sure backed up by the numbers?
That's 100% backed up by the numbers, yes.
Okay, because I just saw a chart recently. It was maybe about... Somalian Americans, Afghani Americans, the percentage of them that are on subsidies and the percentage that are a net negative. So I guess there is an argument, because you want, no matter, so would you have a different feeling on these immigrants if you viewed them to be financially positive towards this, our country?
No, even still, no. Because at the end of the day, we have to have a country. And that means that we get to choose who gets to live here. And by we, I mean our government, which represents us and has law enforcement responsibilities. We have to have borders. And for the past 4 years, when we were under Biden, you literally had millions of people crossing the border.
We went to different border crossings like Eagle Pass. It was just a flood of people. It was pretty remarkable.
It's insane. And we don't know who these people are. And, look, if they're coming here for no reason other than they want to work a job, then they should be on a visa program. Like, I'm not even necessarily against having a foreign worker program. But it's like you come here, you do the job, and then you go home. But the idea that these people are going to have kids that become citizens and they get to say, hey, we're all American. It's like, well, what really makes you American?
What does make someone American?
I think what makes someone American, it's a lot of things. It's speaking English. It's understanding the founding principles of the Constitution. It's having some heritage here. It's having some identification with the popular culture. If somebody is from West Africa or the Northern Triangle and they walk across the border and plant a flag and they work a little bit, oh, now they're as American as everybody else? I don't think so, and I don't think that's good for the country either.
I think Native Americans that might tune in and watch this would laugh because it's kind of darkly ironic.
I don't even know that because what is America? What is the word America? It comes from Amerigo Vespucci, European explorer.
Yes.
When we came here, the Indians were in teepees and doing their thing. They were eating corn. Who built the United States of America? It was European settlers.
And
who? And slaves. They were told to build those things.
Yeah, you don't think that was a little bit of a dark part of our history?
I mean, I think slavery is wrong, absolutely. But I don't know how helpful that is in the conversation.
But doesn't that mean that, let's say, black Americans have every right to say they're Americans, they helped build this place?
Certainly. Black people, certainly. But when you say the Native Americans, I'm trying to distinguish between the civilization of the Indians, of the, whatever you want to call them, the Cherokee, the Comanche.
So what became a unified America?
Well, what became this nation? Mm-hmm. Those people did not build this nation. This is not their civilization, you know. So they might have occupied the land, but who founded the United States of America? Jamestown, you know, the colonies. Mm-hmm. It was these settlers, which, you know, I'm an Ellis Islander, so I don't mean we, but I mean it was European settlers. So you know, that's what this country, this polity that we call the United States, that's what it is. And I don't think that anyone can literally roll up, walk across the border and say, oh, I'm American, and that's irrevocable now. I'm American, and that's just the way it is. Like, what makes you American? Yesterday you were Guatemalan, now you're an American because you walked onto the land? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I completely agree with Nick. And I mean, comparing the illegal immigrants of nowadays with the European settlers is just laughable. Because when the Europeans went there, the natives gave them nothing but war, okay? It's not the same whatsoever. Like, illegal immigrants come to Europe and come to America, and we give them everything with our tax money. Food, healthcare, housing, everything. And the people we call natives are natives to nothing, okay? Because they're Asian immigrants. They just crossed the land bridge that connected Siberia with North America. That's it. They migrated like us. It's not like they spawned in the American continent. And let's be honest, for thousands of years, they did nothing there. So, yes, we went there and we conquered the land. So when we went to America, we had to build everything. The immigrants that come here in Europe and America come here because everything is already built by us. So it's not the same whatsoever. You don't even have the respect to come here legally. So why should we be merciful with people that don't care about our nation? They don't pay taxes. They don't contribute to society. Even if they work a job that is useful to society, they don't pay taxes because they're illegal. So it's not good because he's doing a good job, because he's taking the job from a legal worker. So the money they get, they send it to their country or they spend it for themselves. They don't contribute to society. So yeah. But guys, let me know in the comments what you think. If you agree or disagree. Leave a like if you want to. Christ is King, and God bless.